Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with today's featured design for LOAD. And this month, the theme of LOAD is game night, and I have a prompt for CandyLand. And when I got the prompt, I will admit to you that I almost asked for a different day because today, February 8th, is the um, is the third anniversary of my husband's passing. And the 8th was a very important day for us. It was the day of our first date and the day we were married, and we celebrated the 8th of every month, the whole 40 years we were together. And he passed away on the 8th. So um, I, instead of asking for a different day and a different prompt, I decided to go with it because um, I don't know, that seems like that's what he would want. And so what I've done is he was a huge fanatic about chocolate, and I knew that I had some photos. It was kind of a running game for Facebook posts when we were on our month-long road trip back in 2016, in August of 2016, celebrating our anniversary then, and it was our 35th. And we every time we stopped someplace and there was a sign about chocolate, like here, the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, we got a photo of John pointing to it. And then there was another one. We stopped at what was kind of just a rest stop, maybe one of those welcome to one of like a state or something, and it had maps, brochures, toys, blah, 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 and chocolate. And so he's pointing to the chocolate. And then he found in Wall, South Dakota, which is an amazing little place, he found this uh, tea towel. It says, "Chocolate doesn't ask silly questions, chocolate understands." So I printed those photos and I found a really nice grid sketch in the February premium sketches in Scrap-A-Sketch. And so I have kind of put it together. I'm recording this in mid-January, and I'm kind of under orders to do things that will keep my heart rate down until they find some way to fix it. And so I've put this together in 2 or 3 different sittings, and I'm going to try to film it quickly. And so you'll see when I move the camera that it's kind of almost all done. So, but I haven't glued anything down. So I went with a chocolate brown background, and I picked this pretty blue stripe. I used 2 different collections of printables from Scrap-A-Sketch. One is called Take a Break, and the other one is called Positivity Blooms. And so these bright, colorful flowers and arrows are from Positivity Bloom. The travel icons are from Take a Break. And I've got some Bramble Fox goodies around, and so let's just kind of start putting it together, and as I put each square down, I'll talk to you about it. I'm gonna eyeball it because that's kind of what I do, and I have some leeway because some of the squares I'm leaving open and I'm just gonna put embellishments there. So let me put this one down and then I'll embellish it. I thought I had glued down all the embellishments, but apparently not. So I'm going to put that with the same border essentially. And then I'll go ahead and put this down. I've fussy cut this floral cluster with the pink and yellow flower, and then there was a purple flower on there, and I tacked it in to kind of add that purple color because I'm using a purple arrow. And I will, without giving away too much, I can't show you the sketch because it's available by subscription only, but I don't think it's giving away too much to say that there were large arrows on the sketch, and I like these little small arrows because it also gave me a chance to add some flowers. And that XOXO, because I'm pointing to John, it's the XOXO kind of works for that. So I'm gonna do this rainbow kind of right here, and I have the rainbow is from the Positivity Blooms, and the globe is from Take a Break, so I'm mixing things up here. And this See the Sights is from Take a Break. Let me place that right there. And then, because all of these stops are related to finding chocolate, I'm going to let's see if I can do this more easily. I've got my laptop up on a stack of boxes so that you can get a better angle, and that doesn't give me as much elbow room when I'm doing things over on this side. And I want to be sure that you're seeing, that you can see this. I'm not sure whether to move it farther away or closer there, maybe, and maybe that's better. And this Time for a Snack came from the papery pack of a Vicki Boutin collection, and I just thought it was a kind of appropriate here. This is going to be my title block. And I'll show you in a minute what my title's going to be. The prompt was to document a favorite treat. And so I'm documenting John's favorite treat. Not that I don't like chocolate, but nobody likes chocolate like John liked chocolate. So, and I've got a little guideline here that tells me this, the free coffee sign with the chocolate, that was in Eagle, Colorado, and this was in Silverton, the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, and this, as I said, was in Wall, South Dakota. Okay, let me get here again. This was actually these were all individually cut. The leaves and the flowers were individually cut, and I went back and added these little tabs to add the red, because my title is red, and it's kind of based on CandyLand. Okay, so that was the story prompt was to document a special treat. And the technique prompt was to use a fun font that had something to do with um, the CandyLand game. So my font is a peppermint striped font. So I have an arrow, a floral, and for all these open ones, they're kind of going to be the same. I have the floral, the arrow, and a bramble fox goodie. And I'm adding this light blue star to kind of pick up on the light blue in those stripes. So I have done the title. Let me make sure you can see that. I've done the title. I've kind of put it tried it out for fit on this piece of acetate, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing it down because it's chipboard and it's old. And I'm gonna go here and I'm kind of alternating letters being above and below the line, and some a little bit slanted and some straight. Just a kind of a fun way to line it up. And I did the spacing here and here a little bit different because I've got an embellishment I'd like to fit in right here. And I think that's gonna stay down. And I have this little bit. Those of you who followed me for a while know that John loved sunflowers and he loved penguins, so there's going to be a sunflower and a penguin. And in actuality, these sunflowers were drawn and painted by Ava back in elementary school many years ago. And so I've included that right there. And I've got this little bit that I'm going to put right here. It says, "You're my favorite Chocoholic." So I've got this on a very thick piece of foam, strip of foam, so that it kind of can overlap the page or the square and the tops of those letters so that it's clearly tied into the title. Okay, so I've got those lines done. I've got this one to do, and if I'm lucky, it'll work out so that the framing works. I think that's gonna work. I've got this. This is also, I believe, a no. This may be. I don't know where I got it. I have no idea. If I guess, I'll be wrong. But the way it's cut on the edges, I'm thinking it may be from a bramble fox paper snip. And it says "Young at Heart." So anything tying in with the hearts. Let me get this glued down. And I'm going to do this so that it kind of breaks the line there. I've got a stack of suitcases that kind of goes there. Well, let me pull them out a little bit. And then I have this this little camera, and I'm going to kind of work the camera in like so, and that's kind of to add some red to this little scene. And I have this adorable little it's like a tiny acrylic tag with an etched camera, and it's from Bramble Fox, and I think it was a freebie that came in one of our Bramble Fox boxes. So I kind of want to emphasize the tag aspect of it, so I glued it on a little bit wonky, at a wonky angle there. Okay, so here we are with another floral arrow cluster, and I think I had it this way, but I'm going to move it over to this way. Let's see, I want to be sure that this points up. So I think that's why I had it this way. So I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. And I'll have that kind of coming out from it. I matched up flowers with arrows, the purple flower and the purple arrow, the red flower and the red arrow, the orange flower and the orange arrow. So just not, it's not usually something I bother with, but it kind of worked out this time. So I'm going to kind of put the little penguin here, and I have a Bramble Fox overlapping hearts. I glued this little red heart onto the white one, and now I'm going to put glue on the white one to get it stuck down here, and I'm going to put it kind of over close to the penguin. And I've got a little bit of white glue that shows up right now on the brown paper, and I hate that. So I'm going to try to kind of pick it up. I kind of over glued that one. Now I have some tiny little hearts that I thought I might sprinkle around, particularly right in here. I'm going to go with the red one. I might just leave it at the red one there, and I'm going to do the same thing here, and similarly here. So on the 3 blue ones that don't have photos, I've put the little red hearts, again trying to reinforce that red, and that may be all I do. So I'm going to call this done. Here I've got the I've got an XOXO strip that came from a Vicky Boutin sticker sheet or sticker book. So let me raise this up, and I'll show you the finished page. So we have a CandyLand looking font right there and on the title, and I'm documenting John's favorite treat, which was chocolate. So Happy 8th to my sweetheart in heaven. And I thank you all for being out there whenever I needed to talk to someone about my sweetheart. So, bye.